Hi, welcome to the Easy Gourmet. I'm your chef today, Michael Mersil. We have a great show for you and we have some amazing guests. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Beth Priddy. I'm the Director of Business and Entrepreneurial Services up at M-State.
And I'm Patty Anderson. I currently am retired and I'm the Vice President for the Humane Society.
I'm Gail McDougall and owner-manager of Artistry Hair Studio, new salon in Detroit Lakes. Come check us out.
And I'm Kevin Jarvis. I am a stylist at Artistry Hair Studio and Spa in Detroit Lakes.
And today, because it's right around the corner, St. Patty's Day, we've got some Irish stew that we're going to whip up and show you how it's all done. And it does take a little while, so you're going to have to make sure that you allow yourself about 3 hours to prepare this. So first of all, we've got some diced or cubed up meat, and I'm going to dredge it in a little flour. Behind me I got a pan that's already on. I'm going to throw some cooking oil in it in just a minute.
So what kind of meat is it?
This is lamb. Because that's the traditional way to make Irish stew is with lamb.
Do they sell lamb in Detroit Lakes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Sure they do.
I've never seen it.
You probably could get it at Central Market, but you got to get the right kind of lamb. You don't want any of the mutton. That's like the older lamb, and it's not very good.
I'm sure they'd order it in for you, too.
Sure they would. Even the butcher probably in town.
Yeah.
So this is just a little seasoned flour that I have here, and all I'm going to do is toss it in the seasoned flour. Pan should be good and hot already behind me. I've got some, that's white wine, so we don't want that. Here's my oil. It's not quite hot enough, and I want the pan really hot because I want it to sear and get a nice crust on it. So I will show you how that's done right after these messages. So one of the key things is to make sure that you're not playing with the lamb too much. You want to make sure that it gets a nice crust on it. And if we take a peek right now, we'll see how it's got that nice crust. That's what you're looking for. And then we'll just flip it over. That's the wrong pan to do that. And this is just perfect. You want that nice crust right there. That way it's going to hold up in the stew. It's going to soak in all the flavors. It's going to be just amazing. Now, the next thing we're going to do here is add some of the onions. And then after those get a little translucent, we're going to deglaze the pan with a little white wine. So I've got some green onions and regular onions in here. And just because we're in a little time crunch here, I'm going to grab that wine and deglaze. First we got a little butter that's going to go down there and give it a little more flavor. And then we got a little wine. Crank that heat up. and reduce it. Throw the potatoes, the carrots, and everything in there. I've got some spices right behind me. I like to get the carrots and potatoes in there before we add the water because I like it to take on all the other flavors. This is a nice little garnish of thyme and oregano. I've got a little sugar, a little salt, a little pepper, all in here. I'm going to throw in a little fresh parsley. And we're going to let this just simmer and simmer and simmer until everything is nice and tender. Add some water, beef base, and let it reduce. Then it's going to be the most amazing stew. Welcome back. On the back burner, we've got the stew simmering right now. In a little bit, we'll be adding some beer and a little stock to it as well. But before that, I'd like to have Beth talk about the event that's going to be happening March 24th at the Speakeasy.
Well, believe it or not, it's our 5th annual. I remember when we started this, Michael.
Yes, we did.
I know, it was a good idea, I think, across the table at the Speakeasy, but we are holding our 5th annual Irish fundraiser to benefit the Humane Society. It is Saturday night, March 24th, and once again, we have the fabulous music of Posheen. And tickets are just $10 to get in, and we'll have a great silent auction where over the years we've sort of added to the fun factor, and we have lots of games, games of chance, raffle opportunities, chances to double your money on the puppy paddle board, and of course we have a lot of Humane Society swag for sale, everything from sweatshirts to Humane Society things that can help benefit the animals that we house up at the Humane Society. So it's always a great time, and you serve fabulous food. So,
you know, it is one of the most amazing times, I think. When it comes to a fundraiser, this is a fundraiser.
It is.
Reasonable price.
Yeah, it's a really
very reasonable.
Really casual, fun night. No pressure. If you want to come and eat, you can. If you just want to come and have cocktails and enjoy the music, you can. It starts at 8 o'clock. The band. We kind of kick off activities at 6 o'clock and start selling tickets at the door. So tickets are on sale now. If you're interested in tickets, you can certainly give the Humane Society a call.
Where else can you get them?
You can get them from Humane Society volunteers as well, and there's a lot of us out there selling them.
And we do have them at the Speakeasy as well.
You do? Fabulous.
Yep. In fact, we've got it advertised on our sign out front that you can pick up tickets right there.
Great, yeah, like I said, just $10, and you can enjoy a night of fun, and all the proceeds to that, the $10 ticket actually goes straight to the Humane Society.
That's right.
Really no overhead in that, so.
Yeah, it's a great night. Encourage everyone to come.
It is, yeah. Important fundraiser for us. We make over $10,000, and it's really critical to the Humane Society's budget, which is, of course, always a challenge when you're feeding homeless dogs and cats, and we do a lot of good work with that money.
Thanks, Beth. Really appreciate you helping out the Humane Society, Patty, as well. You guys are just awesome. They're so lucky to have you. This is definitely one of my favorites fundraisers. I have 2 dogs, as you know, and I love them dearly, and it's a good cause, so we really encourage everyone to come out to it. So, in the back there, I'm about ready to put a little beer in there, and it's going to take all of the goodies on the bottom of the pan and bring them up, and it'll add to the stew. Then we're going to add some water and some beef base to it. And I've got a nice Killian's.
Do you need to use like a Killian's, or you just you want to use it like a dark beer?
You want to use a darker beer.
Okay.
And you know what? We just found that Killian's was just, I don't know, for some reason it just was a little better than like a Guinness.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Like the Guinness is just maybe a little too strong for it.
Okay.
You know, where it just overpowers it. You want it to be a little subtle. You want to taste it, but you want it to be a little subtle still.
Okay.
So, oh man, if you guys could smell this, it's absolutely amazing.
Maybe it smells the baby, Michael.
So, I've got some beef base here. I'm going to add that in. and then some water.
So can you do this in a regular pan, or can you transfer
can.
it to a stock pot?
Yeah,
or?
no, I mean, most people would use a stock pot, but
Okay.
I like using something like this to start with because I want everything to brown.
Okay.
I
So
like
you
a
want
bigger
more
surface.
surface, yeah. Okay.
So that was the purpose for this. And this is not your traditional saute pan. You know, you can do more in this particular pan. It works out great.
All right.
All right, now just let her cook for a good couple hours and let it just reduce. And I've got some hot and ready to go for everybody to try, and I'll show you that right after these messages. Okay, welcome back. I just actually put a few spoonfuls of the stew in this nice bread bowl that we're making, or that for the Irish fundraiser, and then of course we're doing St. Patty's Day too. So, and this is what we're going to be serving that evening, along with some corned beef and cabbage.
Yum.
Yum, it smells heavenly.
So do you make your own bread bowls, or how is the bread bowl made?
Yeah, this is actually raw dough that is formed into a pizza crust.
Okay.
And then it's made just like a taco shell.
Okay.
You know how they take this big concoction and they push the taco shell down in a deep fryer.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is, so it's like a fry bread.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and it turns out just great.
So I
It's-
suppose it holds up to the heaviness of the stew.
yeah,
then.
right. I mean, and I just love the way that it looks. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
all kind of.
Presentation is lovely.
Yeah,
Yep,
absolutely. So, come see us, the Humane Society, St. Patty's Week, the whole week, the St. Patty's Day. We're going to be out having some good time at the Speakeasy. And we'll see you next time in the Easy Gourmet.